Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This video is for Emmy's 8-month update, which she is actually about 8.5 months now. It just flies by, like I'm like, oh, she's 8 months, I need to film her 8-month update video. Like I didn't do a 7-month one because before I know it, it's like 9 months. But I'm just going to do it now. So she is about 8.5 months now. So I'll just do the similar formats what I did last time, her milestones and how we're getting on with feeding and sleeping and things like that. So we start with milestones. So I think in my last video she was sort of sitting up for a few seconds on her own. That was her 6 month. Now she's 8 months, she's great. She sits up very well. She does still have the odd tumble, but honestly I think it's because she can't be bothered. She almost pushes herself backwards, and then when you try and sit her up again she just falls over like she doesn't want to be sitting up anymore. She is slowly getting better at stopping herself from falling over, so she'll put her hand down, and the other day she like fell onto her arm and she got herself up from there, so we're slowly getting there. I do have to like surround her in blankets and cushions when I'm out the room so that if she tumbles she doesn't whack her head on the floor, because sometimes she does that and she does cry a little bit. But yeah, there's always cushions or blankets on the floor. So that's our sitting. In terms of like tummy time and things like that, she's slowly starting to like get up on her knees and like rock herself, so I'm guessing that is a big sign of crawling. She sort of wiggles backwards if I put her on her tummy, and she is getting better at like cameo moving herself forward to like grab things if I put toys there, but only on her tummy. She doesn't do it on her knees. But I feel like things are moving along very quickly in terms of that sort of stuff. Like they seem to learn very quickly at this age. So I don't think it'll be long. Maybe by 9 months I'll have more of an update on the crawling front. But I feel like she's doing well. She's probably a little bit behind like other babies I've seen of her age, but it doesn't bother me, to be honest. She'll get there. And she's happy, so that's all that matters really, isn't it? She has started to say dada, which I would say probably happened more around just after 7 months, or maybe a bit before 7 months, dada. And yeah, but not mama yet, which is a bit annoying. And I keep every single day going mama, mama, but we just dad. And she doesn't know it's dad because Mickey Mouse comes on the TV and she says dada. I think it's when she sees something familiar she says dada, because she says it to me as well, so maybe mama will come soon, but we would say that the first word was dada. Within the past few weeks, I would say her hair has grown out so quickly and she's got a real full head of it. A lot of babies I see tend to have like a wispy bit down the middle, but hers is like all over her head. And we keep saying like, I swear every day her hair grows so much thicker and quick and like longer. It's really dark as well, which, yeah, it's weird now. I'm getting to the stage where I can't really bath her just before bed anymore because her hair is still wet by the time she goes to bed, so might have to mix that up a bit soon, as obviously her hair gets longer. But it's nice because she still has a little bit of cradle cap and you can't see it now. She's got longer hair, so quite pleased with that. And yeah, it does go wild though. She'll wake up for a nap and her hair's like this. So the hairbrush is always on hand, and she loves to eat it as well, so works as a nice distraction. Sleeping wise, we're still a bit all over the place. So sometimes she sleeps through 7 till 7. She has a dummy, but she doesn't go to bed with her dummy, so I usually give it to her if she wakes up crying in the night. But if she sleeps through, she doesn't have it, so I'm pleased with that. Hoping eventually she'll just wean herself off it. So yeah, the day she sleeps through, I'm like, nailed it. She's going to be doing this all the time now, and then the next day she'll wake up again. I don't ever feed her during the night or anything like that. She normally just wakes up and give her a dummy and she'll go straight back off to sleep. We do normally have the odd night here or there where she's an absolute pain in the bum. And normally it's when we've got something to do the next day. So the other day I had 3 hours sleep because she just would not. She'd get waking up like every 15 minutes whinging. I don't know if it's her teeth or what, but got her in my bed in the end, and she spent the whole night playing with my nose, so that was nice. But they're a one-off, so I'm not going to moan. Yeah, so all in all, she's pretty good. She's getting better at naps as well. She's usually having a bit of a longer nap in the morning, and then maybe an hour or so in the afternoon. And there's sometimes, she's even to the point sometimes where I will put her for a nap, a quick half-an-hour nap late, and she'll wake up at like 5:30, 5:45, and she'll still go to bed at like 7, half 7. So all in all, she's always been a pretty good sleeper, and I would say that she still is fairly good. I'm trying to give her a comforter bunny rather than her dummy when she cries, to take that away, and that seems to be working. She's currently napping, cuddling it, which is quite nice. And I bought 2 exactly the same so that when I need to wash one, we've got one on hand for naps, so I thought that was a clever idea. As she's getting that little bit older, she's becoming like more interested in things as well, so she really likes books at the moment. We always read us like a few stories before bedtime, like give her like 10-15 minutes after she's had her milk to just settle a bit. And she really, really enjoys books, so obviously she doesn't read, we read, but she knows the same books that we read as she's familiar. We've got some of the That's Not My books, and the certain areas of it that you touch, she knows exactly where to go to touch for those different bits on certain pages. And some of the books are like peekaboo, and as soon as I turn the page she knows it's that. So it's quite nice and exciting to see her like remember things. So in terms of teeth, she has got 2 bottom teeth that are quite grown in now, I would say. They're very noticeable. I'll try and find a picture. And her 3rd one on the bottom is peeping there. It's not quite out yet, I don't think, but it's definitely, I can see it underneath the gum line, and you can very much feel it, but no top ones yet, which I thought the top 2 were meant to come after the bottom 2, but apparently it's just a rough order, so who knows. But I can definitely tell she's teething today. She's been dribbling so much and her face is so sore from it. I've been trying everything, and so far I would say the best thing I've found is Vaseline. Works very well, much better than Sudocrem. So just coat her in that all day and it keeps it quite nice. So hopefully that tooth will pop through soon and she will stop dribbling so much, because we get for about 20 bibs a day at the moment. And finally, food and weaning. I'd say she's doing really well with that stuff at the moment. She pretty much eats anything. I can't remember what I spoke about at 6 months. I think she was still sort of on purees, but I got pretty sick of doing that quite early on, so she doesn't have any purees at all anymore, and she just has all solid. Sometimes I mash things, but yeah, she's good at that. She'll take spoon and she'll hand feed. It's quite nerve-wracking at the start to give them food and see them shove the entire thing in their mouth, because you're like, you're going to choke, but I'm just used to it now. First time she had toast and she woofed it down her mouth, I was like on edge, but she has about 3 bits in her mouth at once now and she handles it pretty well. So yeah, we're on 3 meals a day. Sometimes it's quite ideal if you're out and about and you're like going to be a little bit late for lunch. I can just give her like a little bit of fruit and she's happy with that. She's getting like less reliant on specific times for food and she'll go that little bit longer, so it's quite nice actually. And yeah, we did a trip up to Leicester the weekend just gone to go and see family, and that was the first time we've had to travel with like meals and things, so it was a bit different. I had like a cool bag full of food to go in Lou's mum's freezer, and then I had like stuff for like to keep cold for the journey, but it worked quite well to be fair. And she's slowly coming off milk. I think they tell you to keep on 3 bottles, the same amount of milk for the whole day whilst they're still weaning up to their 1, and then start dropping bottles. But Emmy wasn't taking them all, so she actually has more milk now. She only has 3 bottles a day rather than when she used to have 4. So she has the milk in the morning, then breakfast, then a lunch around 11-12 o'clock, then she'll have milk around 3, and then dinner about 4:30-5 o'clock, and then more milk before bed, and that works well for us, so we're quite happy with that at the moment. So that is probably it. Bit of a quick rambly one, but I don't want to go on for too long because I feel like it gets a bit boring when you talk about your child all the time. But for anyone that's interested, there you go. May do a 9-month one, may end up being a 10-month one, I don't know. Go back to work in 4 weeks, so probably I'll have less time. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.